The quiet strength of refusing provocation. There is a game that has existed for as long as humanity itself. It has no official rules, no trophies, no winners. Yet millions of people play it every single day. The game begins when someone insults us, questions our abilities, mocks our character, challenges our pride, or deliberately says something designed to provoke us. At that moment, an invisible hook is thrown into our minds. Most people never notice it. They simply bite. Anger rises. Words follow. Voices become louder. Pride demands revenge. And before long, they find themselves fighting a battle they never intended to enter. But what if the greatest victory is refusing to play the game at all? What if the strongest response is not retaliation, but restraint? This is where true strength begins. Not in overpowering another person, not in delivering the perfect comeback, but in recognizing the bait before it catches us. Every provocation is an invitation to abandon our peace, an invitation to surrender our judgment, an invitation to let someone else control our emotions. The uncomfortable truth is this: no one can provoke us without our participation. Others may throw the bait, but we decide whether to bite. Epictetus understood this centuries ago when he wrote, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." These words are simple, yet they reveal one of life's deepest truths. Our suffering rarely begins with another person's behavior. It begins the moment we hand them authority over our inner world. The insult itself lasts only seconds. Our reaction can imprison us for days. How many nights have we replayed conversations that were already over? How many hours have we wasted imagining clever responses to someone who has already forgotten the interaction? How much peace have we sacrificed simply because we could not let go? This is how the bait works. It convinces us that reacting is necessary, that defending ourselves is urgent, that silence means defeat. But wisdom tells a different story. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Read those words carefully. He did not say to defeat your enemy. He did not say to humiliate them. He did not say to outsmart them. He said something much more difficult: do not become them. When someone acts from anger, and we answer with anger, we become a reflection of the very thing we oppose. When someone spreads bitterness, and we respond with bitterness, their poison has already entered us. When someone behaves without discipline, and we abandon our own discipline in return, they have achieved something greater than winning an argument. They have stolen a piece of our character, and character is always too valuable to exchange for temporary satisfaction. Most provocations are not attempts to discover truth. They are attempts to provoke emotion. Think about it. People who truly seek understanding ask questions. People who seek conflict ask for reactions. There is a profound difference. The wise learn to recognize it. Not every criticism deserves attention. Not every insult deserves an answer. Not every opinion deserves space inside our minds. Some words deserve nothing at all. Seneca once wrote, "Fire is the test of gold, adversity of strong men." Adversity reveals us. It exposes the hidden parts of our character. Anyone can remain calm when life is comfortable. Anyone can appear patient when nobody is testing them. But the moment someone provokes us, that is when we discover who is truly in control. The other person, or ourselves? The answer is often uncomfortable. Many of us believe we possess self-control, yet one rude comment ruins our entire day. One stranger's opinion changes our mood. One criticism occupies our thoughts for weeks. Can we truly call ourselves free if our emotional state can be manipulated so easily? Freedom begins where automatic reaction ends. The strongest people are not those who never experience anger. They experience it. They simply refuse to obey it. Emotion knocks on the door. Wisdom decides whether to let it inside. This distinction changes everything. Imagine a fisherman standing quietly beside a river. He throws bait into the water. The fish believes it sees food. It reacts without reflection. Seconds later, it has lost its freedom. The bait was never the problem. The impulse was. Human beings often behave the same way. A sarcastic comment, a cruel message, an insulting remark. These are merely hooks. Our immediate reaction is what gives them power. The person who remains calm cannot be hooked. The person who refuses to react cannot be manipulated. The person who chooses awareness over impulse becomes impossible to control. This is why restraint is not passive. It is one of the highest forms of strength. The world celebrates loud victories. But the deepest victories happen in silence. No applause follows the moment we choose not to respond. No audience notices when we walk away from unnecessary conflict. No headlines are written when we swallow our pride instead of feeding it. Yet these invisible victories shape our lives more than public triumphs ever could. Each time we refuse the bait, something inside us grows. Patience, discipline, perspective, character. Little by little, we become less reactive, less fragile, less dependent on external approval. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that people often act according to their own ignorance. When someone behaves poorly, they reveal their own condition before they reveal anything about us. Understanding this creates compassion, not because harmful behavior becomes acceptable, but because we stop interpreting every action as a personal attack. Many people are fighting battles we cannot see. Some carry fear, others carry insecurity, others carry disappointment. Some project their pain onto whoever happens to be nearby. If we react to every wounded person with wounded emotions of our own, suffering simply multiplies. Someone must interrupt the cycle. Why should it not be us? The world already contains enough anger, enough resentment, enough outrage. We do not have to contribute more. Our task is different. Our task is to become people whose inner world cannot be conquered by every passing storm. Epictetus taught that external events do not disturb us. Our judgments about those events do. This means the true battlefield is never outside. It is within. Every insult presents two possibilities. One path leads toward reaction, the other leads toward reflection. Reaction feels powerful in the moment. Reflection becomes powerful over a lifetime. That is why wisdom often appears slower than emotion. Emotion rushes. Wisdom waits. Emotion shouts. Wisdom listens. Emotion seeks victory. Wisdom seeks truth. Modern life encourages us to respond instantly. Social media rewards outrage. Arguments spread faster than understanding. Attention flows toward conflict. Yet peace has never been found in the loudest voices. Peace is built quietly, one decision at a time, one pause at a time, one ignored insult at a time, one unnecessary argument left unanswered. These small decisions shape the architecture of our character. Eventually, something remarkable begins to happen. The things that once controlled us lose their power. The insults still exist. The criticism still comes. The provocations still appear. But we are no longer easily moved by them. Not because we have become cold. Not because we have stopped caring. But because we have learned to distinguish between what deserves our attention and what deserves our silence. This is emotional maturity. Not reacting to everything we feel. Not believing every thought that enters our minds. not accepting every invitation to conflict. The greatest warriors throughout history understood an important truth. Energy is limited. Spend it carelessly, and nothing meaningful remains. Spend it wisely, and it transforms your life. Every unnecessary argument steals energy from your purpose. Every grudge steals energy from your peace. Every emotional reaction steals energy from your future. Ask yourself, is this worth my attention? Is this worthy of my character? Is this worthy of my peace? Most of the time, the answer is no. And that realization is liberating, because suddenly, silence becomes an act of confidence rather than weakness. Walking away becomes an act of wisdom rather than surrender. Remaining calm becomes an act of courage rather than passivity. The strongest person in the room is rarely the loudest. It is often the one who cannot be manipulated. The one who refuses to surrender peace for pride. The one who understands that dignity does not require constant defense. So the next time someone throws the bait, pause. Observe. Smile if you must. Then let it sink unnoticed, because not every hook deserves a bite. Not every challenge deserves acceptance. Not every battle deserves your participation. Some victories are won without saying a single word. And perhaps the greatest victory of all is waking up each day, knowing that your inner world no longer belongs to those who seek to disturb it. Your peace is yours. Your character is yours. Your mind is yours. Protect them carefully. For once you master the art of refusing the bait, you discover a freedom that no insult, no criticism, and no enemy can ever take away.